Hello everybody, welcome to another edition to Our Ventura. Today we have wonderful guests. We're talking to the people who run the Ventura Music Festival, and we are so happy to have you here today. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have Cheryl Heitman and we have Heather Lacayo. And you, my dear, are the new Deputy Mayor of Ventura and also the Executive Director of the Music Festival, and you're the Director of Operations. Mm-hmm. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So let's get started about it. This is such an important keynote event that happens in Ventura that I'm sure the people want to know all the details. How did it get started?
Well, this is a 10-day music festival. We always attend days prior to Mother's Day. So it varies a little bit every year, but not really that much. And it started by the City of Ventura. The City of Ventura Cultural Arts Department actually did a survey of residents and put together a committee that wanted to establish a signature cultural event for the City of Ventura. So they actually started the music festival. It was just chamber music at the time, and hired a local artistic director, Burns Taft, who was a music professor at the local college, Ventura College. And we have been in existence for 18 years. During that 18 years, about 9 years ago, I think it was, the board changed their focus and added jazz to classical music, changed the name to Ventura Music Festival so that we could offer a wider variety of music. We now also have crossover music, and hired and the other artistic director retired, and they hired a new artistic director who is Navi Mehta. And so it's kind of evolved. We are self-supporting now as our own 501c3. We were supported by the city for the first 3 years, and then gradually they weaned us, or we weaned from them, and we became our own 501c3.
Oh, that's wonderful. And tell us what you do as the Director of Operations.
Everything from taking out the trash to setting up volunteers to the website, all of our social media, Facebook. We've got a website that's very interactive with all of the information on concerts that are upcoming. When we have art events, we have the information there. It's VenturaMusicFestival.org. I know we'll have more information on that later, I'm sure. And I also do all the logistics for the concerts. So. Everything from making sure that an artist has all of the exact food that they want backstage, to making sure that all of the instruments are on the stage at the time, and we have volunteers that go out and help with everything as well, and I help coordinate that.
Well, I think it's wonderful. There's always a place for music in any community, and this city especially really praises the arts. And you work with other art events in town as well, or other committees.
Yeah, we
partner with
all. Yeah, we have partnered through the years with a variety of other arts groups, including the ballet company, the Rubicon Theater, and definitely the local visual artists. We have a project every year that we do with them, which is we commission 12 pieces of art from local artists, and this year is a theme.
I just happen to have a postcard.
You do. This year it was screens. 12 screens done by 12 women, local artists, fabulous. Last year it was chess, treasure chess. We've done chairs and we've done violins. So it's been a variety, but the partnership that we have with the artists is fabulous. They do the piece, they donate it to the music festival. In return, we show their pieces throughout the county so that they do get exposure a little bit wider even than the city of Ventura, and then we do auction them at a big annual event every year, which is a fundraiser for us.
Well, this here is the music festival current, and you have a whole program, and now this spans
10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
And it's at various locations all around the city and a couple of places in the county, correct?
Sometimes. This year we're all in Ventura. We generally are just in the city of Ventura, but we have gone outside to other locations. It's part of the charm of the music festival because we do make use of our small, intimate venues in Ventura that are lovely. A lot of them are historic of themselves, and it's a wonderful way to see some terrific music.
And then this talks about the venues.
Right. That's actually my program planner book, and it is information on all the venues, from how many people we can fit into a venue to where the tables will be set up outside for refreshments, just all of the details. So I have binders for everything to keep everything organized.
That's wonderful.
And I'll tell you, one of the neat things about the festival every year is that we have one big outdoor concert. So we have our intimate, smaller settings that are wonderful, beautiful music, and then we do a big outdoor event as well. And that happens at the college every year, and it's what we have. Thousands of people show up for that one. It's, bring a lawn chair, or not a lawn chair, something to sit on the grass. You're not blocking anyone's view, and we have a big stage set up out there, and it's just a really fun time.
People bring a picnic.
Yep.
It's so much fun. It's kind of like the Hollywood Bowl, but it's in Ventura.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's
And
great.
we bring the same kind of artists, really, that you see at the
Yes,
Hollywood Bowl. We
yes.
have Chris Bodie, Herbie Hancock.
Well, this is the different.
Right, that's the brochure. This year we are featuring on the front the Emerson String Quartet, one of probably the world premier leading string quartet. They've won 9 Grammys, and they will be here to perform one evening during the festival.
This is great.
And I'll tell you one other thing, that for the 18th season, we are fortunate that the Emerson String Quartet will no longer be the same Emerson String Quartet. They're having a member retire, so we get very unique information that we pass along.
Well, I heard that people come from Santa Barbara to Pasadena and anywhere in between.
Oh, from all over Southern California. We do have people who return every year from quite far away to go to Tea and Trumpets, which is an event that we do twice.
What's that about? That sounds great.
It's really fun. It's on Friday afternoon, the 2 Friday afternoons of the festival. It's held at Nona's Courtyard, which is part of the Bella Maggiore, downtown Ventura. 5 brass players who play an incredible program of brass music. They're very funny, very entertaining, while we serve high tea. So it's really a lot of fun, and it's an annual event, and it always sells out very early, and people just come every year, year after year. They bring their family. It's like a tradition with mothers, daughters. It's very exciting.
Aww.
So that'll be going on again. We also, the other unique thing, I think, is that we bring people from all over the world. This year we have someone coming from Spain, a Spanish guitarist, someone coming from Germany, a pianist. We have a saxophonist coming from Italy. And they're really coming here from those countries to perform. And so I think to have that unique experience right in your own backyard, Ventura, is really phenomenal and something very special that we do bring to the community.
Well, it's world-class entertainment with world-class entertainers.
Absolutely.
I think I am just so proud of you girls for doing this. And there's another aspect to it. Isn't there an educational program for schools?
There is.
That an outreach for children who maybe no longer have access to the arts in the schools?
There is. We do an education outreach program where we actually, Navi Mehta, who is our artistic director, actually put this program together, and he takes it out to the elementary schools in the area as well as the Boys and Girls Clubs. We go out to Casa Pacifica. We have a separate program that goes to the Stephen Perrin Juvenile Justice Facility, but in the elementary schools it's geared towards 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, and he actually teaches them about rhythm and about melody and harmony, and they end up writing a piece of music. Well, not a whole piece, but a little small piece of music while he's there, and then he plays it. He's a violinist, and he brings along a pianist and sometimes a percussionist, and they will perform for the kids, but they're performing music that they've also written. It's an introduction to classical music primarily,
Yes.
but with music that the kids will recognize, and it's really amazing. He's very gifted at it, and it's a fabulous outreach program into the schools.
Well, I was reading a bit about him, and he's just really passionate about, there's something about having live music and the kids' hands-on on a real instrument to make the change. I feel it helps with their self-esteem, and if they have better self-esteem and they have a musical skill, they're going to be better people and spread better things. So it's just helping so many people. And he's been involved in that for what, almost 10 years?
It's been about 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it has.
That's great.
Yeah, it
And
is.
how did you two meet and start working together?
Well, I was fortunate to run into Cheryl, and she actually had a need for someone to come in and help handle the logistics. So it worked out perfectly with my schedule. I've done a lot of event work, but
you're
primarily
an
sports.
ESPN girl,
yeah,
right?
no, I've done a lot of sporting events and some political events as well. So the music festival itself was new to me, but I love music, and I love the kind of music that we have, and Cheryl's fabulous, and we have such a nice team to work with. So it was the perfect place for me to step in, and I'm so glad I'm there. And we have a very small office of actual employees, or 3-4 of us, and it's all supported by volunteers and sponsors, and we've got founders, and we have our board of directors who comes in and helps out with things. And people can get involved in so many ways with the festival and just become part of the festival family. And I feel like that's what I've walked into, as a family, a second family. I mean, I've got my other family. Of course, I love my family, but it's a wonderful experience. It's so nice to be a part of this group.
Right, and it's so highly thought of. To me, this is one of the things that it's a must-see. If it's here every year, you have to go, at least to one of the events, if not all. And this is the other thing that you offer people. They can get involved on different levels.
Absolutely.
Would you like to explain?
Yeah, well, we are a membership organization, so we do have different levels of membership, which does help support us. In addition, we have a founders program, which are people who commit a certain amount of money each year over a 3-year span of time, 3 to 5 years, and that's kind of the backbone of the organization. In addition, every year we have sponsors who sponsor the various concerts and performers, and without all of that community support, we couldn't exist. And so in addition to the volunteers that Heather works with so closely, the fundraising part and the people who are going to donate are crucially important, as well as our board. We have a board of directors of 30 people.
Wow.
And it really is a working board. This board gets very involved. They roll up their sleeves. They really get out there and help us raise the money. But in addition, they help put on the concerts. So it really is, it's very nice what she said. It really is a family affair. It really is a very close-knit group of people who feel passionate about music, bringing it to the community, and know the kind of value that we're adding to the community. We do bring people here who come for the weekend, so there's an economic benefit for the city, which of course now I'm looking at a little bit more closely. And but I think that's important, because we want to expose the city of Ventura also to the greater community, the greater region. So
this is an art city.
Exactly.
And every facet of art is represented in this town. And with your caliber of entertainment, I think it's international at this point.
I would agree.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think we both would, yeah.
So, kudos.
Thank you, yeah.
And then you have a major fundraiser that I know people really plan for every year, and it's like a black tie event, or?
Well, it's a semi-formal event, and obviously people can dress up even more.
Sure.
And different years we've had different themes. We had Denim and Diamonds one year, that was in 2011, and it was sparkly jeans and people dressed up. We had it at Limonero Ranch. It was a wonderful time, and that is our annual art auction. And so we talked a little bit about that earlier. It's called An Evening of Note. And we have, like I said, we have different themes, and that is where people come in and do the bidding on the art. And we can, you can go online and preview the art beforehand, and the art is featured in locations throughout the city and sometimes in larger areas. Cheryl, you talked about that a little bit earlier. And people will actually call the office and say, where can I see the art? Because they want to see it leading up to the event. And it's very nice for us to get that kind of response. And we say, hey, go to the website, VenturaMusicFestival.org. So
it's a household name.
Yeah, it's really nice.
We'd like
really
it to
nice. Well, and we do other fundraisers throughout the year as well. That's our big annual fundraiser, but we've had a big rummage sale, and we do house parties. Our board of directors will host parties for people and have intimate gatherings with some of our visiting performers. So there are all kinds of things to get involved with it's not just the concerts and coming to the concerts. There are so many other things to be a part of.
Well, I can't believe the time is gone. And before we leave, I would like you to let the people know how they can get a hold of you.
Well, go ahead. Okay. Well, I think I've said the website a couple of times because I'm so happy with our website. But we also have an office phone where you can call anytime. It's 805 area code, obviously, and 648-3146. And I'll repeat that, 648-3146. But we also have a Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook, people can like us. We really appreciate that. And we're updating that all the time and linking it to the website and linking it to any articles about our performers. And we just like to keep everyone up to date.
Well, thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you for having
me.
Thank you.
This is Annie Gabriel signing off for another edition of Our Ventura. Have a wonderful day, and everybody, peace.